One fine morning, Thomas and his friends were out to help another engine named James. James was having some trouble leaving the train depot because he was stopped along the way by diesel engines.
Alright, DW's book is supposed to be in this section. But you have any idea where?
It's supposed to be right here in historical fiction. We need to get her book checked out very soon because she needs to start reading it for her history class.
Wait a minute, what is it that I'm seeing from a distance?
What is it, David? Oh, wait a minute, I can see Brian watching Thomas and Friends on his computer.
We need to have a talk with him about this. Come on.
Excuse me, Brian.
Excuse me, Brian, can you please remove your earbuds? We need your help with something.
Brian, seriously, we need your help with something. Can you please remove your earbuds for just a few moments?
Mr. and Mrs. Reed, can I help you with anything?
We saw that you were watching Thomas and Friends on your laptop. And why are you watching that show?
Actually, this is Shining Time Station, and my dad grew up watching it when he was in preschool. And we watch the show just about every day when he comes home from work and when I come home from school. Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, we do have a problem with that. You're in the 8th grade, and Thomas and Friends is for babies. We suggest you watch something else, like The Simpsons, Family Guy, or The Office.
In other words, you're too old to watch that show.
Oh come on, can't you just mind your own business? I'm waiting for my dad to get done with whatever he needs to get done.
No. We want you to stop watching Thomas and Friends, and then we'll leave you alone.
I'm not going to stop watching that show. And no, I am not too old for Shining Time Station, especially since that show stopped making new episodes in 1993 and reran on PBS until 1998. In fact, I think Shining Time Station is way better compared to most kids' shows made today.
We don't care if it's a show from the 80s, 90s, current year, whatever, a baby show is a baby show, plain and simple. You're too old for all baby shows. Now, either you turn off Shining Time Station, or I'll turn off your laptop for you.
Absolutely.
No!
I'm not turning off Shining Time Station. In fact, I am going to get my parents so that we can go home.
Oh no you don't, Brian, we're not done talking to you.
It looks like that the book I want to check out isn't here at the moment. Oh well, I guess I can purchase it on Amazon. And here comes Brian. Brian, you don't look particularly happy. Why is that?
Dad, you will not believe this, but when I was watching Shining Time Station on my laptop, Mr. and Mrs. Reed came up to me and demanded that I watch something else, claiming I am too old for that show.
Hello, is there anything I can do for you too?
Brian, we are not done talking to you. That was very rude of you to walk away from us like that.
Mr. and Mrs. Reed, stay out of it. I know what you're going to say to me.
We're not done telling you what you need to hear. And that is, you are too old to be watching Shining Time Station, even though it's from the late 80s and early 90s. A baby show is a baby show. Period.
I beg your pardon, but what did you just say to Brian?
I said, you are too old for Shining Time Station because that is a baby show.
That is none of your business, Mr. Reed. Brian and I watch that show just about every day, and as a matter of fact, we enjoy it far more than CoComelon or Super Simple Songs.
It doesn't matter when that show aired. It's still a baby show, and Brian, you're in the 8th grade, so therefore, you're too old to watch that show. No wonder you and your father are a bad influence on Joseph.
You know what? We don't have time to argue about this anymore. Come on, Dad, let's go home.
How rude of you, come back here, right now, you big babies, we need to teach you a very valuable lesson.
Alright, we can now watch another episode of Shining Time Station. Oh no.
I'm sorry to say this, Shining Time Station has been cancelled until further notice because there are too many people in their teens, 20s, 30s, and older still watching this show, and they need to realize that they are too old to be watching it because it's a baby show.
Oh my goodness, this cannot be real. Joseph's parents would not tell me or my dad that we're too old for Shining Time Station. Thank goodness this was just a dream.